Hey everybody, it's Sadie from Hip in Detroit. I am hanging out in my apartment with my friend Matt Dalton on a creepy couch. I wanted to get to talk to you about Dirt Fest because I am going to go for my first time this year.
Virgin.
Yeah. I feel really weird being in my house, if that makes any sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense because this is your environment.
Yeah, but my house is really creepy. I don't let anybody in my house ever. I'm not going to say it's my house.
I need a panoramic shot of as much Sadie as... I want everyone to see how much of you that I see.
I love it.
In this view.
Someday when I'm older, I'll be like, look, I was hot. What am I going to be saying? Everybody's going to be dead.
Are you planning on outliving the world?
Yes.
A barren wasteland. You've hoarded all of the natural resources. It's like this Mad Max scenario where, step away from the gasoline.
That's exactly what is going to happen.
And the photos of me. Allow me to introduce herself. Her name is Sadie. Pronounced with an 80.
AIDS. Don't get it. Why do you have shoes like that?
They're way easier to put on and take off.
Do you know how easy they are to put on and take off in general?
This is even easier.
Okay. You need new shoes. We're here to raise money for Matt Dalton.
These are doing good.
I read a girl on Facebook today say that nobody should put buns on top of their head because they look ugly.
Thanks.
Fuck that girl.
Thanks.
I totally disagree.
Oh.
That was my point.
Buns like hamburger and hot dog?
No, like a bun on her head.
Oh.
I fucking love that shit. Fuck you, girl, on the internet.
See, that's where my mind goes. Food.
You drink
Why wouldn't you want a 6-pack of buns on your head?
To get us ready, I'm going to tell you guys a story ahead. I had this dream that there was 2 hippos, and one was really big, and one of them was not so big. And it was like a Saw type situation, where like one of them had to kill the other one to survive. And this one hippo was like, I don't eat meat. And the other hippo was like, I'm going to make you eat meat. And then he set up some contraption that cut off the one hippo's head, and the other hippo ate him. And that was my whole dream. I had it about 2 weeks ago.
That's terrifying.
It was really interesting.
The dream itself is not. The fact that you thought of it.
Bubbly heads. It was like, boop, it pops like a balloon.
This is like the longest video ever because I've been recording this.
This is a good video.
That's your fault.
This is...
Nobody made you push record.
The thing is you need to go download Chopped. Because there's people out there...
What do they chop?
Food.
What do they do with that?
They're battling with their culinary prowess in order to win $10,000. Yeah, until I talk about the $10,000.
$10,000. By the time you get that, it's like $5,000. That's useless.
Fix your brakes. And so you know, Sadie used to have to pick up Ryan Collins from the Swellers and take him to school.
And maybe I didn't know what to ask him. It was the opposite, by the way. I was the irresponsible adult who was not allowed to drive to school. Ryan was a good kid.
Get my facts straight.
Yeah.
Ryan was a good boy.
He was a good boy. He always wore Green Day shirts. He had spiky hair. His mom. Why do I always end up talking about Ryan Collins' mom? She's so hot. You know she's hot. She's so hot.
For the record, I think Ryan still wears Green Day shirts and has spiky hair. I love Dickies. I love spiky hair. I love Green Day. And I love Ryan.
I love Green Day. I do have a lot of questions about Dirt Fest. I should probably ask them. How many years has it been going on?
We can have a Dirt Fest discussion.
Okay, then how many years has it been going on?
If you count the 1 year that wasn't technically a Dirt Fest.
What was it instead?
It was a party. It was a party that Kurt threw in Bertrand Park so that his band could play.
Okay.
And then the following year, 99, 98 was the first year. 99 was the first year it was called Dirt Fest. And Kurt and I worked at a record store together, and we both had bands. And
what record store?
It was called Music for Less at the Bertrand Outlet Mall.
Are you from out there?
Yeah, I'm from Frankenmuth.
You're from Frankenmuth?
The land of chicken and leprechauns
Wait. You were born and raised
Christmas. There? I was born and raised in Saginaw, and then moved to Frankenmuth when I was 10.
So that's why it's there. That was one of my questions. Why the fuck is it so far out there?
Right?
I mean, it's not that far. It's pretty close. But
it's kind of far.
It's like an hour and a half from Detroit.
Yeah.
But from me, it's only like An hour and 10
I'm
minutes.
saying for a full day's worth of festival, it's not that big of a hike. It's straight up I-75. It's immediately off the exit, and it's a good spot. It
How big
originated
is this
as
place?
oh, it's big. I mean, it could seriously house hundreds of thousands of people if it needed to.
Hundreds of thousands of
Hundreds
people?
of thousands of people. But we keep it tight because we don't get quite 100,000 people.
Do you have multiple stages?
Yeah.
How many?
This year there's 5.
5 stages.
5 where 2 of them are all nationals, 3 of them are local and regional. Which I find to be important so that we're feeding the pot with local talent and emerging talent. Stuff that's kind of under the radar but shouldn't be. And then bands like Wilson that are exactly where they should be on the radar, which is punching everybody in the face with their presence.
We found out that Chad's beard is not hard. It's a new development in life.
As someone who can grow
It
one,
freaked me out.
I would imagine that that's true.
I mean, it's like it's softer than you would think. Super.
What process did you go through?
I heard through the grapevine. Who told me that?
Me and
Christy
Becca.
told me that. Why did you touch his beard?
I just walked up and no. I don't know. At the weekend show, he gave us a hug, and his beard was soft.
And you sunk right into the soft essence
I have a
of
really hard
Chad.
time with that. I bet she's cute under there.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Chad is gorgeous.
Right. So why does he have a beard?
He is a beautiful hunk of man. Because I
I
think
was
he
asking
got.
his girlfriend about it.
I think he got tired being. I think he got tired putting the rest of us to shame, and decided that for the benefit of us ugly folk, that maybe he will just cover it up and
With a giant
get gnarly with a
Gnarly.
2-foot beard.
The 2-foot beard.
And it's not just bands. I mean, we've got other attractions too. Some of the coolest stuff that we've done over the years. That's actually like how Joe Gall and I became friends, is because I used to have Team Young come up every year and just thrash on their bikes and bring up
I
ramps.
wish I
And
still
they would,
did
oh my
that.
gosh, I've got the coolest pictures of those guys just upside down in the air and just totally killing it.
Ah, see, that makes sense.
And we used to have like wrestling troops, like local wrestling people, come out and just set up their whole thing and beat the crap out of each other, and that was always really, really cool.
That sounds really cool.
You know.
How did you start doing it? Like one day you were like, I need to have a festival?
Yeah, more or less. It was kind of the gradual step from doing hall shows in Saginaw on a bi-weekly basis, and that turned into, hey, what do we do to, step it up at least once per summer? So, like I said, when Kurt and I were working together at the record store, it turned into this thing where he was kind of talking about, hey, we did this party last year, and we rented out the park, and we played, and it was cool, and no one seemed to bother us police-wise, so what if we try it again? We'll call it Dirt Fest. We'll have a couple more bands play.
Why Dirt Fest?
The moniker for Birch Run is Dirt Run, so it's just kind of like,
Interesting.
it just kind of like named itself almost, but over the years, I mean, it's taken on its own life. It feels like it means it, dirty rock and roll festival, but really it's just Dirt Run. And this is becoming the age of the festival. Like in this, this past year, a lot of them popped up. And one thing that Dirt Fest, that we've always tried to do, I have an excellent team of people around me, and that everyone strives to do with Dirt Fest, is to keep it relevant for the area and not try to turn it into something that's diluted and watered down and something that ends up becoming one of the playlist, like iPod playlist style festivals. We dabbled in a little bit of cross-genre stuff for a few years, but ultimately, I mean, that area just, they thrive on hard rock and metal, and that's what Dirt Fest is kind of known for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at this point, we're kind of keeping it true to that, and with room to grow, but not turning it into something that's way too watered down and trying too hard to appeal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, those festivals are cool, and God bless you if you're running one and it does well. But I think that we've found what we do well, and we're going to stick to that and keep it making sense for the people of Mid-Michigan.
How
And
much does it
hopefully
cost?
Detroit. $25 to get in with a pre-sale ticket, 35-day show.
Okay, it's also pretty cheap compared to all the festivals.
Yeah, it's not.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of them are getting
Not outrageous.
crazy.
Right?
Like $100 and something a ticket. So, do you like start planning for the next year as soon as this one ends?
I try not to.
I feel like it probably takes a long time to book everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a work in progress. We usually get started by October of the.
October, November,
So,
December,
yeah, it's a
January,
good-
February, March, April, May, June, July. It's like 10 months.
Yeah,
so you take like 2 months off a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's a lot of fun work. It's not a 40-hour-a-week job, and there's a team of people that now help me with it. It used to be a DIY project for years, and it was like a lot of fun, to be honest with you. I actually really liked just kind of going at it. But as it grew, I mean, there's only so much you can do as one person, and I'm really, really thankful to have the people around me that I do now that all help. My brother Andy is a major help. I mean,
Older or younger brother?
Younger.
How much younger?
5 years. Set
Only
you up.
sibling?
No, I got a lot of. There's a bunch of us, Dalton.
We were grooving, and now I'm back in silly mode. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green is my favorite color too, but also blue, and I think it's teal.
Then you don't have a favorite color. You have 3 colors that are battling for the top spot. Next.
Would you ever wear a man ring?
What's the difference between a man ring and a woman ring?
Well, I don't think you'd wear this, but like just a man ring.
I had no idea that men wore rings. So
Like,
no. Actually, I take that back. When I was totally nu metal and like borderline goth, I was adorned with a lot of jewelry.
Oh.
And I believe that rings,
I would pay a lot of money
dollar
to see those
store
pictures.
rings, were
Dollar
a
store
part of that
rings.
equation.
Did you ever have long hair?
Oh yeah.
How long?
Badass long.
Like down to here long?
Yeah, down to here long.
Was it wavy or straight?
It kind of curls at the edges once it starts getting longer.
I'd also like to see those pictures. Did you ever dye your hair different colors?
Fuck yeah!
What colors?
What color didn't I dye my hair?
Oh, me too.
If it was a color, it was either. Honestly, black was a big one, red, like really red, and then there was one time when I got really sick of having very long hair. I shaved everything except for the front bangs, which were still probably about like mouth length. Braided those, dyed that purple, and the rest of my hair was blonde, like short blonde. It was pretty rad. If you were into Coal Chamber.
Did you? I loved Coal Chamber, by the way. How come you don't have gauged ears then? If you were all new metal.
I never had piercings until I was like 23 or 24,
Yeah,
like
you
way
didn't
past
have
my
ears?
new metal stage. Now I had just small piercings, and I don't know why.
I just feel like everybody our age has gauged ears.
I remember walking into the house. I had long since moved out of my parents' house, and I walked in and I had my ears pierced, and my dad goes, "Really? Now?" Okay.
That was when my dad found out. Well, what was the one he just left me and told me I was an idiot? Oh, my septum ring. Because I had a septum ring, but I would flip it up all the time. And one day I'm just sitting at dinner and it falls down, and like every other thing got this horrible reaction. Like, what? Well, except for yeah. But like. My dad just looks at me and he just starts laughing really hard. He's like, "You look so dumb." He's just like, "You just look so dumb right now." When my mom, I got my like cleavage pierced when we were in New York together, when we were in St. Mark's Place, and my mom also had a really, really good laugh that day. She was like,
have a nervous breakdown.
no, she was just like, "What is wrong with you?" Because it was also too old. We were like, what, 22, 23 years old?
Yeah, there were the days that I was coming home wearing fishnet everything.
What about up the
And-
arms?
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
liked it on the
And
arms.
my dad just kind of went with it. He was like, "Well, whatever. He's not out worshiping Satan and
Little
sacrificing
notes to him.
goats on the."
That's what
front
we
lawn."
were doing.
No, I was a good kid that looked like he worshipped the devil. I was way into Marilyn Manson,
So
but I
was
still
What's your favorite Marilyn Manson CD?
probably Antichrist Superstar.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's still Portrait. But Antichrist might be second.
I've learned about myself that I'm like a later record kind of guy.
Hey, Big Jeans.
I wasn't really big jeans. I was big kickwear.
Big kickwear.
I never owned any Jinko or
Was it like
anything like that, but I had
were
kickwear
they like
pants.
the black pants?
Yeah, they were
like,
black and slightly. I don't know if you could call it vinyl or what you would
Yeah,
call that, but
yeah.
it was
Did
a
you ever have
material.
any with like the cross thingies
No,
on the back?
I didn't
No?
get that crazy.
No, not that crazy.
That was like, I feel like that's like Juggalo goth.
Unless it's like the dog pile, like Gwen Stefani pants. It's pretty juggalo, yeah.
That's where those two worlds meet.
No.
I love Gwen Stefani and ICP. That's my future wife. I need someone that thinks that her Hatchet Man tattoo is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I'm sold.
That's the funniest thing anyone's ever said. I need you to go on one of those, like, Match.com or whatever, and we're doing a video of you. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just take me out. Edit the shit with just him, and we're putting it online. Oh, man, wait. Did you ever go to the Wired Frog? Or probably not, because you weren't around here?
Our band played at the Wired Frog, like, once a month.
How do we not meet each other? Who was your band?
Arising.
What? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I was a singer of Arising for like years.
I used to come see your band all the time.
Well, there you go.
You guys used to open up for Factory 81 all the time.
Yeah, every time.
You know how I still have my Factory 81 hoodie in my room.
Nice.
And I have nothing. Like, I gave everything away, but I fucking love that hoodie. Didn't you guys... Wait, best time I ever saw you was at that place in Pontiac. Remember that show? I will remember that show. Didn't, like...
Seventh House?
Yes. Remember that
Old
place?
Seventh House shows.
We saw a lot of good people there. But dude, I used to come see your band all the time. It's really
Well,
funny. I
there
had
you
no
go.
idea.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you played around here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Those were fun times, but I kind of like grew out of playing in an original band and decided there was money to be made on the other side of things. And
There's a lot of money to be made in that shit.
I'm old. I gotta make a living now.
Right? Right?
Oh,
Okay, so Dirtfest is when?
Dirtfest is August 11th at noon with Clutch and Chiodos and a whole slew of other bands. And the following week is the Motors and Music Experience, which is a big, crazy event that some of my friends and I have started, and it's going to be in the parking lot of the Pontiac Silverdome. And Stone Temple Pilots will be there, as well as Iced Tea and Cocoa.
I'm really excited about that.
And Mayor Hawthorne, Dominic Raiola of the Lions is going to do a DJ set, which is kind of one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences, I would imagine, to see something like that. So if you're a Lions fan, you definitely would want to see that. The list goes on with the talent on that show. And
What's that, the 18th?
That's the 18th. And we'll have an auto show. We'll have a motorcycle stunt show. The Detroit Circus.
Am I allowed to take pictures of myself with the cars?
Absolutely.
That's important.
We need more photos for you for your wall.
Obviously. That was the first thing I was thinking.
But that'll be a lot of fun. This is the first year that we're going to try it out, and it's kind of the next step. I mean, Dirtfest has been going on now for 15 years, 14 years, whatever, and I wanted to try to do something here in Detroit, so we put together a solid team of people. It's my friend Larry, my friend John, our friend Amy, and Joe, and Ryan, and there's a couple other people that are involved, and we're looking to make something.
And how much are tickets for that?
$35.
$35. And where do you get them?
You can get them on motorsandmusicexperience.com.
And where do you get tickets for Dirtfest?
Dirtfest.com.
Don't have to go through Live Nation?
Who?
Exactly. No, that's awesome.
No, these are independent events.
That's awesome.
And
It's another reason to go.
there you go. Support independent, local Michigan businesses such as ours.
Yeah. I like it.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We should just hold on this for no reason. Nailed it.